Okay guys, another common scenario that you'll have behind the bar is while you're pouring the beers, sometimes the little nut at the back here gets a little bit loose, then suddenly, oh God, we've got beer spraying everywhere. People freak out, people don't know what to do. It's nothing to freak out about, it's nothing to get concerned about, it's easy as. Okay, it's not a hard one. The quick and easy way of fixing this is just, instead of trying to do anything while it's fitted, just at the back here you've got this little nut, push it back, remove your tap. Okay, then what you can do is that nut here is the one we're talking about. Just tighten it up. Just give it a bit of a tighten. You don't need to reef it up. Some people, they tend to get a little bit over zealous when it comes to these taps, and they really reef them up. You don't need to do that, okay? So what you can do that, just pop it back on, and then we've tightened it up and it's a little bit off. So what you can do is just grab that nut with your index finger and thumb, grab the tap, just give it a little bit of a rotate, and then you're good to go. Simples. Okay guys, now we're talking about taps, and another important thing with the taps is regular cleaning, regular maintenance. Okay, so as I just showed you a second ago, we're going to remove the tap from the actual font. So grab your tap, grab your little nut at the back, give it a push, remove your tap. Okay? So what you're going to do now is you're going to try and undo that nut. As I mentioned before, some people get a little bit overzealous with the tightening and you might not be able to undo it. If you can't undo it with your bare hand or putting a rag around it, little trick, little cheat, pop it back in and just give it a couple of loosens like that. Okay? Use the actual locking mechanism of the font here to actually enable you to undo it. So once it's loosened off a little bit, just undo that nut, pulls apart like that. So we've got the nut, we've got the little throat there, move your top handle, you got another little nut on top here that you undo, and then you can actually then pull your little mechanism out that allows you to slide it backwards and forwards to pour your beer. Okay, so a couple of things here. You got your little washers. There are parts in here, guys, you don't want to lose. Okay, and when we're putting it back together, you got to be a little bit gentle. You don't want to damage these parts because it's a bit of a pain in the neck. If we don't have spares lying around, you've just taken a tap out of rotation. Okay, and then you want to remove your insides here. So what you can do is you can just turn your handle around, just give it a bit of a push out, which will remove it. Okay, now these have been cleaned recently, then they've been re-greased. So what you'll do is you'll just give it a run under warm water. You use warm soapy water, just give it a good rinse off afterwards, because as we know, soap is detrimental to head on a beer, so you don't really want soap floating through people's beers. Just give it all a bit of a wipe over, give it a rinse. Then at the end you're going to get a little bit of lube, so you're going to get tap lube. Put a little bit on your fingers, it's going to be sticky as heck, but don't worry about it. Just rub it lightly over your seals. So your seal here, okay? You're going to want to give the inside of your tap as a whole a bit of a rinse and a bit of a clean. You can use a soft cloth, or you can just use your brushes as well to give it a bit of a clean. Okay, so we've given it a clean. We've given this a bit of a clean and a lube as well. Now, what we want to do is have your hole for your tap facing upwards. Slide it in until it clicks home. Okay, and that's where it's going to be there. So then you're going to take your handle piece. Now, you'll see that one part here is scalloped. That goes underneath, and then the counterpart on the top is exactly the same part, but it's going to, because you've got a bulbous bit here, and you want to encapsulate that, okay? You don't want to do it the other way around, because if you do that, it's going to look like that. It's going to sit there, it's going to look awkward, it's going to look weird, and it's not going to seal properly. So that's the last thing we want. So you want to have the little dished part against the bulbous part. Pop it in, and make sure all the pieces actually sit in there nicely. You take your knurled nut on top, sit it over, just screw it down. You want it firm, you don't want it to be tight. Don't go overzealous here, okay? Now, you've got this little flat seal here. Now, a lot of people get in the habit of actually forcing it on over the top there. Things I've seen online, instructions, etc., say that the seal's actually supposed to sit inside here. This one's here is a little bit deformed now because it's a bit stretched. It'll still work if you put it on over the collar here, but it should be sitting in there. And you sit your part in. It's not going to sit right up against it, okay? But that's okay because it's going to seal against that seal. Put your nut on. Make sure like that, and then just tighten it up. Once again, don't go overzealous. Make it firm. Don't make it arm blisteringly tight, all right? Then, once again, as you put it together, you probably won't have lined up those holes properly. So what you can do, as I showed you a second ago, without the handle on there, it's a lot easier. So you find your ball bearing inside here. See how it's popping up there? You want to line that up with one of your dimple holes on the top. That'll lock in. And if your beer starts coming out, just push your handle back, piece of cake. And then you just rotate it around slowly, gently, and it's all lined up. Then you screw your tap back on.